Hey everyone, we always do this in the beginning of classes in China. It's like a sign of martial spirit, martial warrior kind of ethics, okay? It's also a greeting, a respect to the ancestors who passed down this lineage of Tai Chi Kung Fu, alright? So without further ado, let us warm up our body. Remember that Tai Chi is all about your ligaments and tendons. So I'd like you to just work with the warming up your skin, bringing blood to the surface, to your lymph nodes, the sternum, the ribs, to the other lymph node, improving circulation. Yeah, down to the Dantian, which is the belly, which is the engine of our metabolic rhythm, to the Qua. Qua is the pelvis. We work a lot with the hip. And down the thighs, behind the knee, rubbing your calf muscles, thighs, then the kidneys. There's a lot of fascia here, so there's a lot of tension in our lower back. We are constantly working on tension, releasing of tension in the lower back. Then you can rub your neck. As you rub your neck, try to push your head against the hands. Please switch off your mobile because I'm recording. Thank you. Then bring your fingers up to the scalp. Stimulate the scalp circulation. Pull your ear. If your ear does not hurt, that's a good sign that your fascia is in a good state. But if it hurts, just know that you need to do something about releasing tension over the body so that the fascia does not hurt as you pull. Okay? Then we can warm up the neck muscles, scalenes, face. Alright. Let us bring our attention to our breath. Bring your hands to your chest. Allow the weight of your hands to settle onto your sternum. And breathing in, I'd like you to allow the breath to go through your nose. Breathing out, let the breath come out through your mouth. Sighing, and as you sigh, feel like the breath is coming down to the Dantian, to your belly. Push up the belly like the happy Buddha. Drop your head. Breathing in. Breathing out, sighing. Feel like you are sinking down the hips to your feet. Now, relax and then bring your right hand onto your left hand onto your right chest. Again, pressing down. Yeah. We're going to turn our head to the other side. And then we're going to look down and nod a little bit. Feel the pulling of the scalene muscles to the back. Breathe in. And breathing out, sighing. Breathe in again. Center, the right hand on the left. Pull down on the pectoral muscles. Yeah, pull down on it as much as you can go, but drop the head on the other side. Breathe in and out. This time you can nod. You can slightly nod the head. And feel the pulling. Breathe in And out, as you breathe out, sighing, try to sit into your pelvis. Feel like you're about to sit on a horse. Expand the knees out. Okay. Hopefully the upper body here slightly warmed up. Relax. Then let's try to warm up here, the back. I'd like you to press with your fingers the ridges of your scapula. And as you do that, try to feel the weight of your arms progressively getting heavier. You're breathing. If you can sigh into your belly, into the happy Buddha belly, it will release more or less the tension in your lower back. You can run the fingers all the way up to the neck. Run it along the tendon insert. Yeah? Not the muscle itself. Allow the weight of your arms to let the tension out. Okay? And the other side, you guys can do the other side. I can't. I've got a little bit of a frozen shoulder. So, alright. So breathe in and exhale into the drum. Okay? Now, I'd like you to now start the Qigong exercises with me. It's important to have the understanding of yin and yang. I always repeat this. The yin and yang in our body is basically our skeletal structure, which is yang, the back, the spine. We have to expand the yang, expand the bones, the cartilages, the joints in every part of our body. And the yin would be our skin, muscles, organs, blood, connective tissue. They need to sink to the earth as we expand the skeleton. Okay? So I'd like you to basically get the lower part of your body correct. I'd like you to bend down. I'd like you to basically feel the knee and rub it and feel how you can activate the ligaments. They are running along your knee joint. And feel the tendons in your feet, right? That you are engaging them. The toes are on the ground. When you engage the tendons on the feet, let them connect up to the tendons like the Achilles behind, running from the ankle to behind the knee. Feel like you are engaging them to hold up the foot arch. The foot arch is a bit of air, just like, holding up your entire body weight. So engage that foot arch, not with muscles, with your ligaments and your tendons in your feet. Okay? Then feel that these connective tissues are connected to your hip. So there's a feeling of expansion in the knee. Okay? Like a pung feeling. Pung is the meaning of support in all directions. So you pung your connective tissues there, feel the foot arch, toes are on the ground, and as you lift up your body, I'd like you to allow the breath to sink into your belly and have a sensation that you're sitting into the quad, the pelvis, like you're sitting on your toilet bowl or your horse or whatever. And there's a sense of expansion already, the sense of pung in your lower half of the body. And I want you to think about the opposite forces in your body. You can allow yourself to sit better into your tailbone. And then as your tailbone sinks down, I'd like you to think that your neck is floating upwards. The shoulders are sinking. And as you float your neck upwards, you can almost feel like you're pushing the earth away with your toes. Outside of your heel, the heel, just with the cartilage and the joints. Push the earth away and feel like you can push all the way up through the skeleton to the crown, to the Bai Hui, the 100 gathering. So I want you to feel like there's an apex, like a triangle force. As you fight with gravity, And at the same time, you sink into gravity with your breath. Much as you pump your knee, I'd like you to also allow your scapula, the shoulder, to move from left and right and open the shoulder joints. And allow the elbow to pump out, just like the knee. From here, I'd like you to bring your hands up, all the way to the sternum. I'd like you to sigh and feel the weight of gravity on your arms. It's like the elbow is heavy. Okay? Bring your hands closer, one fist width apart. I'm just going to shut the music. 1 second. From here. So when you're here, I want you to spend a few moments feeling the apex, the crown. When you breathe in, when you breathe out, feel like you are connecting to the earth. Breathing in, sit into your tailbone. Your sit bone should turn slightly. And you should feel like an elongation of the spine. Breathing out, sigh. Let your Buddha belly become full. Feel a release of the lower back tension. I want you to feel like this is a expansion and a sinking. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable. Listen to the sounds around you, especially the sounds behind you. Feel that the eyes are looking into your body. Your jaws, they relax. The muscles at the base of your skull, they are relaxing. And you can feel the weight of your upper body. Soften your chest and just let the weight sink down the torso and allow it to spread equally across the pelvis, down the thighs, your calf muscles, onto the heel, and big toe and pinky toe, and send it to the middle of the foot arch, your body weight. Now we focus on our breathing. As you breathe in, I'd like you to expand your yang, your skeletal structure, gently, without muscular power, but with the tendons, ligaments, helping you to expand the skeletal structure. As you breathe out, I'd like you to sigh into your belly and feel a sensation of sinking with your skin over your skeletal structure. Breathing in, gently push the earth away and expand the elbow and the skull, the crown upwards. Breathing out, sighing, a sensation of sinking over this expansion, but still holding the expansion. Breathing in, expand, expand with your yang. Breathing out, sinking with the yin. For some of you, try to detect certain spiral movements, perhaps in the hips, perhaps in your neck, or your shoulder joint, As you expand and sink the yin, allow this feeling of circular motion potential in your joints. Breathe in, expand, feel the fingertips. The joints are all expanding. And as you exhale, you sink. Feel like there's energetics going in between the joints. The chi flowing in between the crevices of the body. In your next breathing, I'd like you to just drop your hands down. You can open your eyes gently. Notice how the world is quieter. Your mind has less noise. Bring your hands to the Dantian. Holding the belly, I'd like you to continue to breathe, reverse breathing. This time, I'd like you to feel like the diaphragm, which is the muscle that acts like a butterfly below the ribs. They are working in tandem. As we breathe in, you're going to spread your joints as if you're supporting it, pushing it out gently through the connective tissue. And you can feel the diaphragm moving up. As you breathe out through the mouth, you let the chi sink down to your belly. The diaphragm pushes down. And you can feel like the belly is a drum. Okay? Now, breathing in, pushing the earth away gently, and expanding through the apex. Feel the diaphragm moving up. And then breathing out, sighing. Feel a release of tension in your lower back. Yeah? And the Dantian, or the belly, is like a drum. Okay? Now try to do this and feel how this pulsation of your belly happens on its own with the expansion of your yang and the sinking of the yin. Do it a few more times. Feel like the whole being is breathing. From now, we're going to open up the hands. Bring the hands to the sides. And then push the earth away gently. And feel like it is the earth that is raising your hands up. And turn your arms this way. We're going to shift our body weight to the left. So press on your heel. I'd like you to connect with the heel and the big toe, the right heel and big toe. Allow the weight to sink down and push your weight to the left. Once the weight is felt on your hips and on your heel, stop there. Do not load the knee. From here, I want you to look at your right fingers, or in my case, it's your left probably. Look beyond the room and push your shoulder joint out. And then breathe out, come back to center. Now bring your attention to the right toes or heel. Allow it to press the earth away and move to the other side. And make sure that you are loading your hip. And then you pull out the shoulder and try to touch the fingers towards the wall on the opposite side. I want you to detect the kind of like tingling. This is the chi, this is a signal, okay? From your nervous system to your limbs. Okay, I want you to try again one more time. Allow the body weight connection to the earth to connect all the way to the fingers and through the shoulder joint, and feel the chi working through your sinews. If you can't feel it because of tension in your body, it's okay. the continuation of this Qigong exercise, if you continue to do it regularly, the expansion of yang, sinking of yin, it will allow you to be very sensitive to the energetics in your body. Now let your hands come down, and this can be quite heavy. You know, for some of you, you will feel like, well, there's a lot of tension in my neck or in my chest. You might find it in your latissimus, or even here, the serratus anterior, which is a muscle that fans out here. You'll find it's painful or it is tight. So do this every day, because the shoulder is, if you cannot move your shoulder in a way that your scapula and the muscles are layers that can glide between each other, then you're stuck as one unit, yeah? And you can't even move then your hip as well. Your hip will be one big unit that is moving without separation of the fascia and the muscles and the joints, okay? So the shoulder is the one that you really need to work on, okay? Once you got that, it's easier to release the tension in the lower back, all right? So relax. I'd like you